you're going to do. But
yeah, you step and step in left and then step back left, step back right. Yeah, it's I could limb lock and come up across this way, okay? And this is going to, again, you're landing into the ball and socket. Now, the ball and socket basically is this. Is I got the palm thrust to a back fist. May try to turn you this way, strike, strike. Remember, it's about engaging and disengaging. So I'm using kick to the groin, kick to the front leg from here, strike here, pull this one down, strike up, disengage, wind, chunk, strike out with the front knee. So you're hitting everything, boom, 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 okay? So this one straight up, push it down. So I'm hitting you right in the face. Seek the center line, hit here, push me down, pull it, just doing a drill. So punch me in the face, back fist.
Back.
Yeah, good. Do it again. I push yours down.
No.
I'm punching you in the face, block it, push me, good. Back fist me. There you go. Here we go. Now seek the center line. See how my elbows are in? There you go. I'm going to seek the center line. Now we'll stay in a neutral, structured stance right now. But we hit here, push. Oh, one more time. Just relax. Feel the arc as you parry me. See how I'm hitting? Here. And make sure you're directed right at the back fist. So you don't block it here and here. Seek the center line, period. This will help you with the ball and socket technique. Okay? There you go. Breathe. Just relax. Just work with me. We're both, you're my human moot John right now, see? And that's what this is. When you punch me in the stomach, like a boom style, strike the elbow, strike up, elbow, boom, disengage. So it's not just hitting the knee here as I disengage, because I have an option. I may come low. Okay? Now, let's work the footwork that'll get us into that. We know Seattle, Oakland, and LA Chinatown from the Bijon. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It doesn't have to be in that order. You see, I could strike out from the push shuffle, opposed to the dropping the body weight forward. Okay, so switch sides. Okay. So we're sparring. Kick to the front leg, strike. So when I kick here, I'm stepping in and I'm striking. I may lock and push shuffle off the back with a palm step, which is a really good technique for an incoming. Because then you step to the side. So I'm going to go 1, 2, strike, strike, strike. You're just going to keep hitting. So I'm setting up that front leg. So if I go here, I'm going to go here, strike. Well, how am I going to set it up? Okay, punch me in the face. So I'm hitting to the side, parrying the energy. So when I parry, strike, 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 step to the side. So what piece of footwork did I just do? I went here to here. I went here to here. But male triangle. Okay, and there's 2 of them. Because I've got, if I'm left lead forward, okay, with unmatching leads, and I step in here, I'm going to step this way into the energy. So you punch me in the face, I step to the outside, and I step in and I hit. I got a strike to the groin, punch. I have an option here to do something, see? Okay, or if it's matching leads, okay, punch, I step in and out. Same principle, except one is going to take it from here to here, and the other one takes it from here to here, okay? So you punch me in the face, and I go here. So I step out and in, out and in, okay? Now remember, when somebody goes to hit you, they're cutting the distance. They're filling that gap. So punch me in the face. I haven't had to move. So you punch me, and I go, bam, limb seal die dart. I'm a strike on a strike. So how do I get the Ching Wu to work, the unity of resistance? Okay, so you punch, then I pull back in as I strike here. It's just a little bit of unity of resistance. So the jiao sao, let's say you block that. So either I'm going to harmonious spring, I shoot off of that, but I probably would have come in with a Manchu sao anyway. dissolve the energy, headbutt, hit to the groin, okay? All right? So I want to Ching Wu a little bit of energy, okay? That means I'm going to resist, so I'm going to go. So now you come across here, and I'm going to come down, Jiao Sao, Hu Sao, strike inside leg, disengage.
I'm sorry.
See the reaction. So you punch, step into the outside. I'm going to strike low line, punch, 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 strike. Now I land here. I want to pull you into me. Okay? Lock it up. Okay? So the next move, hit right on the brake. Bam! What am I going to do next time? I've got to disengage. It's about engaging and disengaging. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to get to Baizhang. But how many LA Chinatown 50-50 Baizhang positioning? Because I'm Baizhang in, ready stance, unguarded positioning, in. So how do I get from here to here to here to here? Give me a little bit more resistance. I'm going to go here. Yeah, so from here, I can strike out. This one should have been locked over. But everybody's built different. Okay? So I'm going to go from here. See how I'm turning to the eye ring. This one comes straight under. So I'm looking here. Then I pull. Excellent. Then I can little off. So I'm covering the knees. How many times did I step in there?
3 times.
I did, didn't I? So I'm going to go. Okay? So I go 1, 2, and then from here, I'm going to step in one more time, little offside. There's a strike to the throat. So take it from this angle here. All right. So bam, 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 bam. Okay. Well, from here to here to here to here, strike right in here to the throat. Okay. So then you think about what movement you're going to do. So if I strike 1, okay, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So from here to strike to the throat, that's a good parry. Switch. Okay, so I'm taking the overhand blast. So I'm going to say Fu Sao instead of on the Bilji. So instead of taking it from here to a Lop Sao, to a Lin Lop Sao, to the cross grab, let's say I take it to this. Let's say I go from here to here to here, straight up. Let's say I go, you punch, and I won't pop, and I strike here to here to here. So use the won't pop to the Fu Sao. Okay, so there's different traps for Fu Sao, Wu Sao, Lop Sao, Lin Lop Sao. So you get them down and you choose. So you punch me, so when incomings happen, I strike 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, if you punch, I may have to Tong Sao the energy. So at this point here, we're setting up and I go 1, 2. So you block the eye rake here, dissolve it straight up. Maybe lock the arm this way. If I pull the arm back this way, I have a strike right here, the low line. Tong Sao, strike, strike, disengage. Front leg's already checked. Your Baizhang's up, right? Okay.
It was, so you had it back.
Well, that's just energy. I mean, within me too, doesn't matter. Because when you start working with somebody, because we're doing simulation of the big what if. And that's why Bruce Lee himself said 2 things. 1, trapping is where the real combat begins. And 2, trap only when necessary. All of it that we're doing, we're going into it, you think hit. Because like you punch me, I'm going to go here, punch straight in. That's what you want. Okay, so if you're standing here and you punch me, I won't pop to the eye rake. Okay, then I punch here, Fu Sao the money, now punch me in the face, Tong Sao. So I'm going to set up the Jiao Sao. I'm still sitting on the brachial on the front lead because you keep water wheel. So let's say you punch. I'm going to one pop out. Pow, 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 pow. That's 5 hits. Not counting the first. Okay, punch. 1, 2, and if this one comes in, I want a Tong Sao with another one pop. So you punch twice. I'm going to go here, punch me, here, punch, you punch again. So I'm doing this when the Tong Sao to come straight up. So I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's boom, 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 drop, drop, drop. Don't slash, but hit straight in on the energy. Okay, so that's where our box drills come from in the ability. So let's face this way. This way. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, 3, turn. Because you have to turn it back. Watch. Punch me in the face. So, palm sound. What are you going to do with that one? So you come across, and I can limb lock to a gum sound on the straight. So you punch. I'm going here to the outside, here to the inside, this way again. Because that would be this, so the dissolving energy could be back to a Bill G. Or I go from here, here, here. Yeah, this one came straight in. So let's do it from this side here. Outside sector, split sector, inside sector again. Because why would I stop if this one's coming in? Okay, watch one more time. 1, 2, this one's here. So I see how I'm jutting the energy? Now I'm in what they call the inside sector. Punch me in the face, okay? Split sector. Inside the split sector, okay? Punch me in the face. Outside sector, okay? Punch again. Okay, outside sector. Outside of the energy. Punch. Outside sector. I didn't get it, so punch again. I got a pox sound. Put this arm down. That didn't pox sound. See it? So you punch, split sector. And for you, no two people can be on the center line at the same time. Punch me in the face. So I'm hitting you. Okay? Punch me in the face. I just got hit. So punch good. So all of a sudden, no two people can be on the center line at the same time. So for you to hit, for me to hit the bullseye, you got about to hit the target.
Right.
Punch. Boom, look how close you are for me to strike. So you hit. So I'm going to strike here. What are you going to do with that one? So you're going to come across, and I'm back to this one. Okay, and we're back to where we get this from, the chi sound. So how do I get this energy? So touch my chest.
Oh.
I got two. Got to go easy. But that was two. That's two. It's not. It is getting there because see, the more we do it, let's do this one. Okay, Dong Chi energy. Okay, Dong Chi. Punch me in the face. So I jut, punch, bong, tong, fook, jut. It's not bad.
Do the, is that?
Okay, you want to reverse it?
No, it's just the shoulder. You know?
Okay.
So we'll just do the other arm.
So you punch. I'm gonna tong south, jut. Then you're gonna jut.
Jut, that's right.
And then from
Jut.
here, ready fook. I'm sorry, fook south, jut
Fook,
south,
jut,
chunk
and then-
toy. So
right.
I'm gonna bong, tong, punch.
Fook, jut.
Got it. And see, and that's what's good because you feel the energy. We're gonna go real easy. Okay.
No, we'll do it. It'll work out. It'll work out.
So when you punch, I want to punch. So I'm doing a little bit of sidestepping. Okay? Yeah. Because what happens is when somebody goes to do an energy, you're going to react to it. So let's say I do this. You punch, and I sidestep. I can kick pretty quick. Okay?
Yeah.
So punch. Boom. So all I want to do is just do a little sidestep energy. Okay? Now I wouldn't do that. What I would do is this, punch. I would do an oblique energy. I would hit here because I'm stepping to the side. That's what I feel. But you could kick to the groin, The inverted hook kick, you could kind of do this way with the inverted hook kick. Because I'm certain about taking that energy. Good, that's a good check. That's it. That's right to the groin. And you can raise it.
I don't know if I can get that high.
Well, you might go.
Try.
It's not bad. Breathe. Do it again. Right in the head. That was in. It was beautiful. It was good. One more time. Kick. Okay. That's good. So now when you step in, seek the center line and water wheel or step now to the outside. Kick and step and punch. Go. Kick. Punch, step. Not bad, not bad. See, I'm gonna lock you up. I would have gone here to here. I don't know what would have happened. But you see how I took it off a double tong sow? I went long pop, tong sow, and you had me in the inside energy. What are you gonna do with this one? So you should have high lines, but now I'm gonna turn and lock this way. Okay? All right? If I can, but that's a good technique. So what are we doing? We're going back to the side stepping. Step, step, do it. Step into this way. This way, go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Step in. Yeah, step back. Do it again. Breathe. Seek the center line. Do it again. Step. Step. Back to the same way. Go. Step, step, go. We're cutting distance. Pretty good. Good.
We're right in there.
Yeah. I'm going to try to tighten it up. Go. Okay, remember, if this front leads down, this arm's going to drop a little bit. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, take it from this angle here for the thing. I'm going to go 1, 2, lock. Now you've got this arm trapped. Okay, so I've got to disengage and come straight up to pin this one here because I lost on the ball and soccer. I should have been on top. See how nature's things happen.
You see how?
That was cool though.
But you see how I keep, instead I'm trying to hit here, but instead of hitting here, I'm always hitting back here.
Well, I'm in pretty quick, maybe.
I
don't know.
Slow. That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay, ready? Okay, I'm going here to the outside sector. I'm hitting right to the eye. So let's see if we can get that. Bend down a little bit from right here. Just a little bit right there. So I'm looking to hit right in the eye. Then this one's coming straight under. So I'm going to lop and hit here, okay, with a quat choy. Then I'm going to hoon sow, lin lop sow, excuse me. And I'm going to lin lop sow. And then I'm going to hit ball from the ball and socket. But just then, you locked my arm here, so the only thing I had left was to come straight back up. Then if I could, do some sort of Hapkido type of energy, you know.
I'd have pooped you. It locked up again.
Okay. Well, I was on the bottom
Right
side.
here. Okay, if you'd have went to punch,
Yeah, but I would hit with the one that was open.
still would have got that.
Yeah,
in
possibly, yeah, possibly. Possibly. But that's because, you know, how do you trap a trapper?
You don't let him trap
You
himself.
don't, you let him trap himself. So I'm looking to go outside, inside. I'm going to lop sow. Now watch this. What if I dissolve it right off the top? Somebody goes, you know what I mean? Just dissolve it. Let's see it from this side here. What we've been practicing is a lop sow to a lin lop sow. It puts you in the ball and socket energy, okay, which is driving the elbow. That's also putting you in what they call perpendicular movement of footwork, which would line you up with what they call Oakland, Baijun, which is a 60-40 position. Right. Okay? Back heel up, front heel up.
Oh,
back
both
heel
of
up.
them? Oh, no,
Back heel up, front heel up.
Right.
Okay? Because it puts you so perpendicular to the other practitioner.
That's good for a hook, too.
Oh, that's good for a lot of things. Hook with this lead, come all the way around. Hook, do it. Right on the money, front snap kick. Because it's a good off hook, even though that's still good. You take it off the rear leg,
right.
you can kick straight up, okay? Hook, front snap kick. Now, excellent, good, good, good. I don't know how much we crossed out of that, but let's try to do it from here. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. I lin lop sow off a lop with 2 build G energies. So I go like this, back this, hit Seattle, shoot straight in, left and up. See what I'm saying? Because you're going right for that energy. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2. Dissolve it. See it? I dissolve it that time. And dissolving it, to me, is a lot better. If I go to a Monsell Cox, I'll dissolve it. Just hit right on the brake. You'll watch. Step. Here's your side stepping. It's more direct. It's okay to lin lop sow. I mean, a lin lop is, you know, off a Cox would look like this. So step forward a little bit. So if I go, okay, give me a little bit more resistance. Not too bad. I have to dissolve it because you lop sow. That's okay, because it shows you what the next move. That's why dissolving is much better. Because if I take it to the lin lop, crossing over, that's a hard technique. Bruce Lee could do it. I'm sure. Slap me in the face, okay? Lin wop, okay? Slap me in the face, okay? Lin wop, okay? Cross grab, okay? Slap me in the face. If I go here to here, dissolve it, okay? That's going to get me to the Manchu sound, to a knee, okay? Slap me in the face, okay? Now I go to the outside. Now I can't, here I can do the one-arm bandit,
Right.
To a jiao sound.
Right, but you want
To a
me
jut
out there.
sound. Yeah, that way I can hoon
Hoon
sound.
sound.
Just like I can show you the hoon sound. Because how many hoon sounds have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. You think about it? And tong sounds, punch me in the face, to a bill sound. So I did a tong sound to a bill sound. So
Do that again. Do that
okay,
again.
punch. Tong sound. Instead of wong pop, just go to a rear lead
So I
tong
thought you were
sound.
one popping.
No, I
It
tong
was
sound.
tongue sound.
Yeah, because see, it's all connected.
Right.
You punch me in the stomach, okay, and I'm going to woo sound.
sound.
And from the woo sound, I can hoon sound to strike here, to lock over, to hit here. But let's say you block it. You block it being here. Bam!
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to hit here. Now on the way out, I'm going to come back with a head strike right here.
It's all right.
Oh, it's like boom, 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 boom. It's going to happen quick because I'm going to sense that. But most of the time, people will block it. You know, a bong sound is set up with the woo sound. That's how they do that, bong sound and woo sound. So remember, the shoulder is dropped to a 45 degree, but the elbow is slightly lower than the shoulder, okay? And your fingers tips are basically exactly facing very good, right towards the other practitioner. In the Kung Fu tradition and energy of the spirit, you're drawing the energy out of the human being, okay? Now, if this is, you don't think somebody's going to fall into a common bong sound? They're going to do this
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
You see what I mean? Just because you know the technique and have a name for it, doesn't mean somebody doesn't know to do this
It's not me.
or to do this. There isn't a move you do that isn't authentic. Okay? So Lee knew this. So he was able, Mr. Lee knew he could react to the reaction of the other practitioner's energy, which means what you're saying is to check into a counter check. So you punch me, okay? You're checking. You're trying to hit me as a check move. So water wheel. So when you hit me here, come back with this one more time. Go. So I've got it. Now you've got me in a double wong pop, which is going to try to turn behind the energy here. So you punch me, and this time I fook sow. So when this one comes in, so I went from a fook sow to a woo sow. So the woo sow is connected to the fook sow, and the fook sow seeks the center line because of the Xiong Qi energy. So once I seek the center line, it's connected to a tong sow. So punch me in the face. Instead of wong popping right to the eyes, couldn't hear a palm thrust in here, or hitting the head back to punch to the throat, which is called a reverse, which is the shuffle hook punch, or actually the reverse shuffle hook. That would be more of a straight jack. So it'd be like this: punch, okay, shuffle hook punch, okay, step here, okay, punch, reverse shuffle hook punch. Okay, that would be the reverse shuffle hook. Palm thrust, okay? All right. So, but you see how they all come together. And it's not taking a piece of technique this way, and then uniformly saying, okay, I'm going to do this. That's why Bruce Lee himself said, discard it, throw it away. And once you learn HIA, let it go. Do not run away, let go. Do not seek for it to find you when you least expect it. And that's what he meant when he said that, okay? And that's why he said, discard it, throw it away, don't hang on to it. And a lot of people say, but that's why the common factor would be the mon sound, because I'm going to hit you in the eye. Okay, that was in, okay? Okay, I'm going now. That one was in. I'm going now. That one was in.
What's in?
Okay. But you see what I'm saying? I'm striking right to the eye. So you got to use the wong pop to punch me in the face to get this, to get this. Remember, no two people can be on the center line at the same time. So from here, I'm going to pop sound. Now that's so now I dissolve it and go straight in with the next little G. So 85% of certain styles, Taekwondo for one. You know, that's not the only style. A lot of times we say that, but there's a lot of styles that have 85% kick. Yeah, the thing is, 85% of Jeet Kune Do. Jit means stop, catch, intercept. Okay? Stop is to block, catch is to grab, intercept is to parry. Okay? Taking that energy and pairing that energy. Okay? The Kung, Jeet Kune is of the fist, the Do style wear method, the way of the stopping fist. So you punch me in the face, the way of the stopping fist, that's your income. That's without mobility. So I put a little budge on, so you punch. Now all of a sudden I drive this 1-inch punch energy, or breaking the board, you know, so I'm driving that energy forward. So now you punch, instead of warm walking to the eye, okay, and then striding straight in, using that was Linseal die donor. A strike in a strike, and then a strike on a strike would be the half beat. Okay, that's where I go punch. I'm going to go. See, you see that? As I hit here, I check the knee. The jowl cell came around to the side of the head, because that was a hit in a hit. Then there's a hit on a hit. One is the half beat. Then you've got broken rhythm. This is all under ABD, attack by drawing. That's where all your strategy is. See, it's not just, people say, I know what HIA is. Yeah, but can you do it?
Exactly.
You know, HIA is the hardest part of Bruce Lee's art.
That's why I say I'm learning everything, you know. I can't do it, I'm learning.
And then you've got PIA, progressive indirection. PIA is when you hit 7 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, ba, 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 boom. But
PIA has to be 7 or just continuous, and it
continuous
stops
with no
as soon as
blockage.
you
There's
block.
no blockage. You can do keep PIA in 1. So I'm going to hit you in the head, so you block it. That's it. That would be PIA. So if I strike here, 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 that would be 4 hits in the PIA energy, outside sector. So for here, we've got what they call matching leads now, okay? So boom, boom, I kick down to the, boom, I kick down to the leg and bounce back, step over here a little bit. So as soon as I strike here, I'm a lopsal to a lopsal, okay? So how do I get PIA? That was 2 hits in PIA. The low line and the high line, okay? The reverse punch to the hook, okay? So let's say we take the corkscrew hook, which is on page 112 or 111 of the Dow, okay? So you punch me, I go to the side, and I step to the outside because hit me with a hook, okay? So you hook, and there's the block. But if you step out to the outside, now look, I ended up blocking the side of the arm, that punches in. Because the piece, and that's called the triangle footwork. Exactly. We do it from over here. So you punch me, okay? And as soon as you punch, step to the outside, you're sitting on top of a hook, and you can't do it again. I can't wong pocket, because you're sitting here on top of this, and I can't wong pocket from here. So you can see it from here. Up a switch. We switched out, so I'd be here. So it takes away a piece of technique, okay? Now, if you punch and straight in, okay, when that movement happens and I step, let's do the triangular footwork with a female. So I step back. So you punch me. So now I step to the outside instead of the inside. Forward, I should say. I step back instead of forward. So I hit right to the brachial. Okay, then we're sitting back in Seattle, strike, inside punch, jowl sal, maybe a knee to the back. Okay, so you punch. Yeah, I step to the side, I punch here. I've got 1, 2, 3, jowl sal, back, boom. Pulling you back here as I pivot right into the back. Good technique, anyway. That works. Then what? Then the person goes like this, and you disengage, and you set back up. Again, seek the center line. So you have the triangle. And here are the 3 bow staffs on the ground. And the bow staffs are here, and the back of it sits on top of these 2. So remember the old Shotokan stance. If I'm like this, I'm in a good rooted stance. But I'm locked out, but I'm over the bow staff. And my elbow's over the rail. So if I step inside, because that means this foot, the old T stance of Taekwondo, say old, but you know, the standard OLE, T stance of Taekwondo, good old T stance, the whole thing is, you're again off the triangle. So Bruce Lee comes along, he says, keep your back heel up, step into the triangle. You're in the Shaolin bow and arrow stance, or a quarter bow to a bow and arrow stance. Now, you seek the center line. If my right lead is forward, I'm in my bill cell, front snap kick. Okay, so I'm right here. Okay, one more time. Front snap kick. Carries made, strike. So you see what I'm saying? See it? So I'm sitting right here off of the triangle. Okay, so you punch me in the face, okay? No 2 people can be on the center line. Punch again. So I'm striking here, pulling it down, bam, bam, bam. Strike, okay? Reacting off the reaction of the other person. You lock your truck.
Yeah.
So from here, the two arms coming up here, because the triangle is here, I'm on the inside, I seek the center line. So you punch me, and I'm over here. So I can joust out, hit with a Corkscrew
Hook, yeah.
Corkscrew. I'm hitting up with a Corkscrew. That's going to turn the person. Okay, possible. It depends on the individual. It's hard to turn me, but you would never turn some of my instructors. You wouldn't get that close anyway. Because these guys are awesome. Lamar Davis he has mastered Bruce Lee's art. Oh, you'll meet him. He's one of the greatest Jeet Kune Do practitioners in the world. HIA, Bruce Lee himself said, once you learn it, discard it. He also said it's where the real triumph of the combat is. And the reason is this, because a simple trap, if the common factor, punch me in the face, like a Wong Pok, Tong Sao, Pok Sao, Hung Sao, straight Joe coming across, I'm locking out the arm. Now that's a good technique, but will it work? But what does work, that's why it's a common factor, punch, Wong Pok, Tong Sao, Pok Sao. That'll work. So when I strike here, I'm getting the resistance I want. Now, before you were more economical, now you're more economical. Before you were open up, so I could Hun Sao. You weren't even that far up, because I could Hun Sao pretty tight. But you were here, it's okay. Because it shows you, and that's where the Chi Sao comes in, because you get the sense of where you're going to be. So from here, I do the one-arm bandit. Okay, I'm saying that it's a Jut Sao, the jerking him, jerk this one down, dissolve. Now you may try to bong Sao, and that's why I want to keep this one here. Yeah, and that's why you cut the tool, like Bruce Lee said. If I don't cut the tool, that's no good. That's good.
Yeah.
So when
you're back that way, I can
Now what happens is you jut the energy. So when I feel this, now I did a Tong Sao wedge. Okay, so the strike comes here. So when the Tong Sao wedge happens, I'm able, if I cut the tool, if I cut it hard, I can knock you back, right? Which is the power of that one-inch punch. I'm hitting here, locking the back here, bam, if I hit independent action, okay? So this is what it's about. This is the truth of the martial arts, because this would read into all kata, leers, patterns, choreographed movement of the war dance, the Japanese wazas. All of that matters from the leer, because when you learn it, because that's the structure of the movement, okay? So you punch, and I step in. Okay, now look where I ended up. Okay, now that's with two mobilities, yours and mine, okay, from that energy. So at this point here, when you react, I react. Now that's the forward. I'm going to do the reverse, punch. So now I'm out here. Now this is the one I would use. It's called the female of the triangular, okay? So when I'm in the triangle, inside the triangle, my back heel is up, my front arm is down, so I switch. So if, in fact, let's say we do with matching leads, okay? Okay, so you punch me, and I step to the side, and there's the Corkscrew Hook by Bruce Lee in page 112 of the down, okay? Now, I could palm thrust and come in this way. That's coming into a kick to the groin, a kick to the knee. I could just jam up here with the Manching Sao energy, because I'm, neck grab pull energy. So I'm reacting. So you punch, you feel all three blocks? So there's three blocks. Say it knocks you off balance a little bit, because that time I went to the inside and the outside sector immediately off a front chung choi energy. But I'm seeking the center line as I'm doing this. I'm in the triangle. That means the front of the triangle, these two coming up, become the mukjang. See how the mukjang would come up here, and there's your two arms coming out. So I'm hitting the mukjang, so I can go Wong Pok, Tong Sao, Bill Sao, straight move. Wong Pok, Tong Sao, Bill Sao, palm down, straight chung choi. Okay, Tong Sao, Bill Sao, Bong Sao, corkscrew punch, and then come back with ball and socket. And that's why the mukjang is there. Why? Because it gives you, well, what's better than the mukjang? You. See, you are my mukjang. Because when you punch, I have to react to the reaction. And so what I just got out of that, remember, they asked Bruce Lee, what is it? He said it's footwork, 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 and more footwork, which lines up the 5 ways of attack. SDA, single direct attack. Most people fight that way. You'll come in, punch 3 times, and kick twice. I'll come in and kick twice and punch 3. My turn, your turn. Then you've got ABD, attack by drawing. That's for all your strategy. Then you've got SDA, single direct attack, through not just your movement against, you're going to kick so many times, it just means you're going to move in maybe once. So single direct attack isn't just, hitting once, it can hit more than once, but then at the same time you can react off of one hit. And that's why PIA can be one hit as long as there's no blocking. Okay, then you've got HIA, which is where all your trapping, hand immobilization, and then you've got attack by combinations. Well, wait a minute. Isn't attack by combinations? So if I go this energy here, and I take the footwork, and I do it in a combination energy. So you punch me, so I go anywhere. Okay. So you choose this one. I come around to here. I'm striking up. You block this one. So as soon as you block this one, bam! So my next move is 60-40. I don't have to hit the knee. See what I'm saying? If you punch low line, on that energy, I can parry it around to make a strike. Now that's a drill. In combat, it would be a home sound, okay? You punch low line, okay? Okay, that's a drill. It will work in combat, but it's better to do this. You punch low line right here, okay?
Right there.
Because you're sitting right on top of the energy. So, 1, 2, 3, okay? All right? Hong Sao, Jiao Sao, which is running hand, to a Jut Sao, to a Chung Choi. Okay? And you take the Baizhang positioning. So how do I do it? I go, isn't my Mon Sao a Bill G? You see what I'm saying? That's the ABC of it, the combination. Isn't it in fact the 1 to the I, my Bill G, my finger jab, isn't it in fact a Mon Sao? Right? So I go to a Bill G and then I lock. And let's say I get punched right then. I can Tong Sao to come in. You know what I mean? Back to the Jiao Sao. Chung Choi, uppercut, 60-40, the knee out, strike. Possible. The possibilities. But we're trying to do, step over here, we're trying to do is bite down and hop and switch. Now let's say we have unmatching leads, okay? And I strike here to here. So I'm gonna step in, and you have to block. So I lid lop Sal on this side. Here's another lid lop. I'm not going to, but I could. From here, the person's gonna go right down. Okay? So I go 1, 2. Now from here, I lock up the leg, so I turn the person here to bend. Now you feel that. Okay, now this would be with pop, strike. Because I need with pop, you pull this arm over hard. Towards me, the other way. This way, just like that. See what you just did? You just changed everything. So I go, Huat Choi, Lin Lop Sao, Lop Sao. Now what I'm going to do is punch straight in, but now bring this one over hard, and now you pin me. You've changed the trap. That's when the sweep would happen, because it's set up for it. So I got to do it with pop. See what I'm saying? I add a pop to it. So I'm going to go here, 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 here. Because that way I pinned it. Now you can't pull that arm over, and I can strike straight up. Then I'm back to the water wheel. Okay, I'm back to the strike to the throat, sweep to the leg. See what I'm saying? So you're setting all that up. So if I can go 1, 2, 3, Lin Lop Sao. Okay? 1, 2, Tong Sao, straight up. Okay? I want to be able to react. What's the name of it?
Reverse.
Yes, absolutely, the reverse shuffle. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now parry this one over. If you do this one.
Oh.
There you go, Lin Lop Sao. Back to that one. But you didn't parry it, so I got the third hand in. That's why it's called the 3 hands by Bruce Lee. You were sitting on a kick to the groin.
Did you see the Seattle when you come in on the back? I'm just feeling that.
Okay, this is good. Okay, so you kick. So you bring the kick in.
Wow.
See, as soon as the kick comes into the groin, I'm going to turn that leg. Awesome.
I wasn't
How do you
kicking.
trap a trapper?
You don't let him trap
Yeah,
himself.
let him trap himself.
I wasn't-
Anybody can be trapped.
I wasn't kicking until you were tying me up.
Isn't that
So
something?
you were moving in on me,
Right.
in on me. So you were pushing me back. So I'm falling back. As I'm falling back, I'm thinking.
See, when you do a trap, a Lin Lop Sao or a Pak Sao or a Tong Sao wedge, we'll do that, Tong Sao wedge. Well, as soon as I get here, I want to slide the leverage, but I can push back. You can you can take that sliding leverage and to a limb lock and see if you feel that. Because all of it, you can feel the power of that energy. You can push somebody backward. So cutting the tool, you can push back and bite into it. But let's say I do the Tong Sao wedge with pop. See, when I hit here, okay, off of Mon Sao, I pop, then I'm going to Tong Sao wedge. The strike is here. Pull this arm over hard though. The other one. The other one. Because you just open up, you end up opening it. But if I go here, nope. If I go here to the Tong Sao wedge, okay, now watch. When I go to punch here, pull this arm straight over.
Oh,
This arm straight over. See it? So you'll end up parrying me down the other way. That's why it's called the Tong Sao wedge, but then we call it Tong Sao wedge with pop, because you add the technique up. So I'm going to go here. Now when I go to hit here, bring that arm over, now you pin me.
And then
Possibility, I would have gone to a 60-40, boom, and bring that elbow straight up, bam. Bring that elbow, see from here, got it. And then hit me hard here. That was good. That was good. Because what you're doing, see, you see how, now we changed the Baizhong. There are 3 Baizhong positions. There are 3 energies of the Baizhong. You've got 3 mobility of the Baizhong. So each one, it depends on where the other person, I'm not just going to get into a Baizhong to a 60-40 unless I'm going to react off of that move, okay? I don't have to be this close to knock the knee out this way. I can take the 60-40 and just be off the ground, okay? So I may go 1, okay, 2, okay, and react off it. So what I'm going to do is react. So I'm going to go here. Let's say I go back to Oakland off of that. So you block. See, I can kick low line. See it? So I can kick low line.
no telegraphing at all.
Well, even if I don't kick, if I go here and I drag, pull the leg this way, you'll pull the person down. Because you're going to step through, which is Chinese, oh, that's Hungar, Kamado, Pylon, the White Dragon. I mean, there's many styles that carry, you know, that energy that I got here. So I strike here, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what am I doing? The next kick, bam. Pylon is real tight fighting, and it's where you keep the leg straight. Or I drop the knee down to strike here, you know, just strike it straight up with it. But let's go back to the Tong Sao wedge. So if I go, so you punch. I go here, 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 bring that arm up now. See it? Now, bring the elbow up 60-40. Bam! Think about it. See it? That you get a chance to use the Baizhong. Now, there are 3 energies of the Mon Sao. Because the Mon Sao is the ASCII here. So if I've got, the first energy is an offense to a defense. It's called a neutral energy. That's where I get what I'm looking for. See what I mean? I can feed off of what I'm looking for. I can react off of what I've got through the Mon Sao to the Pak Sao. I could go lock. See, I pulled you in. I'm going to hit here, you cross over. Not too bad, not too bad. See how it sets it up? Okay, and that took me back to Oakland. That's all I had left. Because you parried my arm down, so I had to continue. So you see why the footwork is so important. It came down. We take this, we're talking about Tong Sao wedge with strike. So you punch, 1 pop Tong Sao. We're talking about the 3 energies of the Mon Sao.
Yeah.
The other one is when I go to hit strike on the Mon Sao. You punch me when I say now, now. And all of a sudden, not with that. That's okay. With the front lead, we're doing the Mon Saos. Go. So all of a sudden, I'll get that response. So in that response, you react to the reaction. Okay, then you have this one. You back up when you hear that. Okay? And then you'll get that reaction. Okay, one is a defense, offense, and neutral. Those are the 3 energies. And you'll land in one. Now, this is what we kind of look for this to get this to get this. Or as you just did, to go from here to here, straight in, okay? So you'd 1 pop that, and that's going to set this up, pull this one over, and now I'm going to be looking for something different to do. And that's why it's got to be that energy with the pop. So when I hit here, so when I got here, instead of striking here, so this arm comes around to get me, I'm going to gum sao and push up this way. So this is why it's called Tong Sao wedge with pop. Okay? So I'm going to go. He didn't give me any resistance, so I would have punched straight in. So when I get this, you see, now you got to give me, you understand what we're doing?
Yeah.
You see, because you get a Wong pop. Now you give me the Tong Sao, so I can slide straight in. So, I'm going to go. All right? And the reaction is coming. Now I've lost it here, so I would dissolve it and come straight back up. That's what helps you.
Feel it.
And when you use the Chi Sao energy with everybody, somebody taller, smaller, lighter girls, some girls are quick with this, and they're very, Danielle's been with me 3 years, and she's got this down big time. So when we do this, the sealing down, okay, it's the same principle. You want to keep that center line closed, okay? Okay? Once I keep this energy going, I feel the bite of the energy, okay? Okay, and that's why the snake, like the snake, it seeks that center energy. The same principle. You keep that center line energy, and that's what this is. Remember how we used to, there's some Wing Chun energies that circle this way. They bite into it, and they'll get ready, okay, to get into their stance. And there's some that here, and sometimes you see the Shaolin brick in the Shaolin temple, which is, concave. You're biting down on that energy. Okay, so usually you just fight, and then you'll fall into it. So if I go here to here to here, because I'm taking it from here, I go from here to here to here. Why cross back over if you can dissolve it? If I go from here to here, why not just dissolve it? Just hit straight in. Once I hit the brachial, then I step to this side here. So I went from here to here, step. Okay? Punch. Wong pop. Okay? So what if I did a Fuk Sao off a Wong pop with the same arm? Okay? So we're sparring. You punch, and I happen to fall right into it. Feel that? All of a sudden now you're down here. Now the fight isn't over by any means, but if I can react, okay? So you punch. If I can react off that forearm, disengage. It's about engaging and disengaging. Okay? Punch. Feel all three blocks? See, what's happening is going to the inside and the outside. So I have to react. Punch. Okay? That's with two. Locking up, strike, Tong Sao. So everything is from the inside to the outside sector to a split sector. Punch. Okay? Split, split, split. Okay? Staying in a split sector, I'm going to hit 3 times. Now you do it. Punch me in the face again. I'm going to Wong pop and punch. Then I'm going to Fuk Sao and punch, and then Fuk Sao again and punch. You ready? Now. Okay, Wong pop. Got it. So I do this. Do it again. Now do it again. Got it. Do that again. That was good. That was good. Okay, one more time. And seek the center line with your elbow. Punch. Wong pop control. Okay, now draw me in and punch again. There you go. Now draw me in and punch again. Not too bad. Not too bad. One more time. Focus.
I thought you were punching, I was Wong pop.
Well, you
right?
punch me. Okay?
Okay.
So here, I can react. So I pin the arm. Strike straight up. So you do it. Remember, if 80% or 85% of Bruce Lee is Bill G's, so I'm going to hit you with a Bill G. Well, you hit me. And I'm looking to do this. If I can Wong pop that and strike straight in myself, that's what I'm going to do. However, usually you jam up. The chances of that happening is nil. So you punch, and I'm going to react. Now I split the energy open. If I'm back, dissolve it. Just keep it flowing. So I'm going to punch. Wong pop, punch me. Now, Fuk Sao again. If I go from here, you punch. I Wong pop, Tong Sao strike, and I Tong Sao wedge. Bring this up to a Bong Sao. See it? You're able to do that. Now watch. Mon cell, talk cell, tong cell, wedge. Bring this arm up and around. So I'm going to punch. Let me punch. So now bring it around now hard. See, that's when you'll end up doing this. Okay? And then you're back to either bringing this up to here, disengaging. It's about engaging and disengaging. And you've got to sense when to go. So, to check. So you punch me. That's a check move. Okay? That's a check move. Manching Sao, it's a check move. For me to check into a counter check, from a counter check. So you punch me, okay? I just countered being checked. I countered it. Now you elbow me. I just countered being checked. I was checked with an elbow. A check is when you start to fight, and all of a sudden the energy comes around, and all of a sudden you realize that the fight is going on here to the inside front. Pop sound, jail sound. So all of a sudden the energy is going down. It's going down quick. So I've got to counter the check to get back into the check. So punch me. I just got checked. For me to check, into a counter check, block it, is my opponent's adjustment in countering an offensive move. And countering an offensive move is making my opponent yield to my movement. So all I do is Ching Wu, unity of resistance. I push down and pull up. There? That's Ching Wu, okay? All right, so let's say I do it off of Pak Sao. Pak Sao and torque this way, same energy, see it? I pull, as I choke up hard, I take this leg and I push down hard, Ching Wu. Unity of resistance. I'm pulling up and pushing down. Unity of resistance. Ching Wu this way. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I lost this arm, but I'm doing a Bill G, Lop Sao, Lin Lop Sao, setting up the leg, setting up the kick, whether it kicks back to the Charlie horse, this way, stepping down, okay, kick, right, react to the reaction of the movement. You're learning, right? So all of this, okay, let's say I do the grinding wheel. You punch, step to the side, hit, okay? All right? You punch, step to the side and hit, okay? So, you punch, step to the side and hit, okay? Timing and position. Timing when you strike, positioning when you hit. Dissolve it, kick, okay? Reacting to the reaction, okay? Front snap kick, big parries made, striking here, torque, pull back, okay? Because of what they call a Quinn Sao or Bill Sao. Kick, see it? That was a Fuke Sao, low line, but let me Quinn Sao, kick. Feel it? That's a Quinn Sao, hit right here. Bill Sao, Quinn Sao, Bill Sao, Quinn Sao. Seattle, LA Chinatown, Seattle, LA Chinatown. Bill Sao, Quinn Sao, Bill Sao, Quinn Sao. Okay? Reacting, okay? Side kick, parry. When you were in, you were stationed in Okinawa?
No, you were Cooney.
You're a Cooney, and you did Shotokan. That was the original.
That's
The
JKA.
Little Tiger.
Yes, that's JKA.
JKA.
Traditional Japanese karate.
Right.
Big difference between traditional.
What was the style you took when you were in the Philippines?
Was still JKA, was still traditional.
So you stayed with it.
Yes.
That's good. Because you have a good side kick. You got good power in that last Quinn Sao. I feel the twist with that. I mean, but side kick. I'm going to go. See it? See how just slightly? It's hard to slow it down. Kick, Bill Sao, okay, to a low line Quinn Sao. So back up a little bit, okay? Kick. See it? Wow. See it? Options. So, the fight isn't over, but it gives you the parry, okay? Now I'm going to do a double Quinn Sao, kind of like when you punch and I block 3 times, that energy, okay? So react to it, okay? Kick me. See it? Boom. Straight over, okay? Sweep. See what I mean? So that time it gives you a little bit more torque and torques the body around just a little bit. So just boom, adds a little bit more to it. So I'm looking, position yourself, I'm looking to strike, right in the head, lops out strike, kick to the knee, lops out strike, kick to the knee. So you set up, see, as soon as you move, I step, I move, I react. So the energy happens, okay, from matching leads to unmatching leads. There's a Bill G. Is that close enough? Because you're sitting here.
You get much closer.
So that's what it's about. It's about
That Bill G is just nothing more than a whip.
right.
You block it. Can't get it in.
Well, because as soon as I'm looking at your shoulder, say, look, you block mine. See, I'm in. Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
I'm going now. That was in. Okay? Because you're not going to see my shoulder moving.
Mine's going like
Okay,
that.
watch. Punch me. Punch me. So when you react, remember, for you to get to the target, or for me to get to the bullseye, you got to almost be on the target. So you hit, and I'm reacting off of your hit. Yeah, I mean, you got so many techniques. I would never try to do, this is an Aikido move, I wouldn't try. You start to feel it, but I don't have time because that elbow is coming around to the back of my head. And you're not gonna stand there because we're doing simulation right now.
Right.
Simulation is different than the real McCoy. You're gonna step back as you do the elbow because you're gonna sense that through the chi sao. And I don't have time to constrict, even though there are many people out there that are good at this. You know what I mean?
If they train Aikido,
Why?
that's Aikido.
Yes.
That's the way it is.
But the whole thing, like China, or Chine, I've already called it, but China, okay? When you punch me, I'm gonna react off of one thumb. See that? And you feel that right there. See,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
turning in there. So I'm gonna react. See, if you don't feel like this, and you're coming down here, step back then, step back. You just change the fight. So you switch up. It's like this. I may Hawks out you, Baizhong back. Think about it. So now you're doing a little bit of Jeet Kune Do out of the pendulum, okay? Now the footwork, all this HIA is all well and good, but without the footwork, all right, that's what you need Ted Wong for. Sifu Ted Wong has got the footwork now. He's got the triangular footwork, the pendulum, the push shuffle, you know, being able to, the Seattle, LA, Chinatown, Oakland, being able to hit, okay?